Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
There was a small bit of dust.
Are as majestic as a ballad. Ta-da! We've arrived!
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
This is all a bit more legal now, I suppose, but hardly more civilized.
You'll be talking to the other side of my boat if you keep trying to strike up a conversation.
Wait! Don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong!
Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice that you tried to slip away without paying your check?
I was just going out for some fresh air. I even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon.
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
I was just going out for some fresh air. I even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon. We don't shoot guests over a misunderstanding. Sir, please return to your table. It's bad practice to leave our establishment without paying your bill first. If you need some fresh air, pay up, go outside, and come back in and start a new check when you're ready.
I'm sorry, but I didn't think it would be a problem.
You were wrong. Dead wrong.
That's enough. I think the gentleman understands. Now let's all go back inside, shall we? And Stalker, you and I are going to talk about this later.
I can't wait.
Can you believe that? Like I'm gonna run off without paying. The hell kind of scum do they think I am?
Let me be clear. You start something, every one of us in here will make sure to end it. Hey, watch out! You cause trouble, and I will not hesitate to end you in any number of ways I see fit. This ain't the United Colonies, Cupcake. Here, you listen to me. I lead the security force. Because we have to deal with the dregs of society, like you. Because May lets us handle things our way. Best way to keep people in line is through fear. After you see your first head split open on the bar floor, you're gonna think twice about skipping out on your tab. Maybe you don't start that fight over your lost bet. You get it now? Call it whatever you want. We're ecliptic mercenaries, so I'd think twice about pissing us off, or else you may find yourself with nowhere to hide. What do you think, moron? Money. May pays us well to keep the assholes out. I make sure my people pretty much get the run of the place. Free booze, free entertainment, you name it. And if anyone's got a problem with it, well, we've got ways of making people disappear. Go bother someone else now.
This place is messed up. What kind of 2-bit security they have running this place anyway?
Play by the house rules, or you'll find yourself on the other side of an airlock without a helmet.
All the action's in the casino. You probably want to be in there. Hey, you the captain of that ship? Is your registration paperwork in order? Who's asking? The Starport Master of Red Mile is who? Think that'd be obvious, given what I just asked you. Fine. Truth is, I don't really give a damn. I gotta ask, because it's my job, you know? And don't get me wrong. I used to care about running a tight operation. Had everything going nice and smooth. But when May started building this place up and hired those mercs, everything went straight to hell. I voiced my displeasure, and now I'm on the outs. May's security. Bunch of wannabe soldier assholes is more like it. Call themselves ecliptic. They think they're some sort of elite paramilitary unit. I'll tell you what they really are. They're nothing but punks with guns that get off on pushing people around. I get the need for having some security out here. We're independent. That ain't lost on me. But these guys are the worst of the worst. More trouble than they're worth, you know? And not by a little. Yep, she took over a little while ago. Drove out all the regulars because they didn't fit in with her new vision for the place. Now, I'm not saying they were saints, but at least there was some respect for the people whose blood and sweat makes this place work, you know? You'll find her inside. Whatever you're here for, she's probably the one you want to talk to first. Sure has. May, she's got these big ideas about making this place some kind of must-see attraction for the whole settled systems. You'd think she'd care a little bit more about the quality of the damn starport. Anyway, I'm sure you're already sick of my bitching. If you need parts for that ship, or a top-up on the grav drive fuel, that's me. Take a look and tell me what you need. Yeah, we'll patch up. Yeah, you just tell me what you want. See ya.
I don't get paid to be nice. I get paid to put down anyone that tries to start something.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself. Nothing quite like the excitement of a run.
Howdy. I'm looking for work. You hiring? Oh well, can't blame me for trying.
I hear May's always looking for new and returning runners for the Red Mile.
If someone's got a death wish, why not make a few credits off it?
I can't believe Donovan Reese is actually here in this bar. That guy is a legend.
That guy is a legend. That's really simple out there on the Red Mile. Just don't die. Always working for me. Listen, friend. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm trying to relax and you people won't give me a moment's peace. I tell you what. If you want a conversation with me, it'll cost you. Bring me a runner's rush from the bar, and then we can talk. Deal? Well, that's no way to treat a Red Mile superstar, though, is it? If you decide you want to have that talk after all, you know what to do.
This place.
You wouldn't last a minute.
Ah, you again. Please tell me you've got a nice frosty runner's rush from the bar. My cup runneth empty. Do you now? How about you stop pulling my plonker and come back when you've got what I've asked for? Hmm?
We certainly get a lot of interesting people in this place. Hi, welcome to Red Mile. We've got clean rooms and neat drinks. Can I help you out with either of those? Or both? Ooh, what about both? Aside from the restaurant and hotel services, we offer full-service starship maintenance and refueling. Just speak to our starport master, Lon Anderson. And don't mind him. He may be a lazy old fart, but when push comes to shove, he gets the job done. Oh, I saw this guy get full-on eaten by one of the larger creatures we had out there one time. Just swallowed him up whole in one gulp. Clearly he was a goner. Not 5 minutes later, after the bets were called and everyone was settling up, the guy bursts out of the thing's stomach and goes on to finish the course. You can imagine that was an interesting night. Just don't imagine what that guy smelled like after, because, Cool. What will you be having? I'll be here if you need anything.
Ah, you again. Please tell me you've got a nice frosty runner's rush from the bar. My cup runneth empty. Ah, most kind. So, what brings you by? Afraid I'm right out of autographed pictures.
Tell me everything.
It's about Donovan. He keeps adding to his tab.
Well, you really haven't been around much, have you?
I'm Donovan Reese. Aye, the Donovan Reese. As in the gent that survived 28 Red Mile runs, including the third fastest on record.
Mr. Reese, however, is a special gift.
Don't go breaking my record for one. Other than that, don't hesitate. Ever. You hesitate. You spend too much time thinking things through. That's how you get yourself killed out there. I always say the best way to run the course is on pure instinct. You let that take over and drive you, chances are you'll win. Unless you already know your instincts are shite, in which case, don't run the course at all. Impressive? That's an understatement. We're talking a game of death and dismemberment. Most people don't survive one, let alone as many as I have. You can count on one hand the number of runners ever to pull that off, and only half of them are still alive. It's rare company you're in, to say the least. Nah, just relish a challenge. I'd still be out there today if my knees and my back won't shot to hell. Besides, I'm retired these days. I think I've earned the chance to enjoy the fruits of my labors. Being famous has its benefits, after all. Till next time.
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Mr. V. Thinking of running sometime? Talk to May, and she'll fill you in.
I think that might be Donovan Reese. I dislike him intensely.
Runners come and go, but the mile usually wins.
I took this job so I could be here to see all the runners in person. Of course, most
It's
of
a
them...
pleasure to have you.
I see only once.
Word of the wise.
Security here is
It's not every day you meet someone known throughout the Central Systems.
Yes. What? You have room for one more on your crew? Astrodynamics. Stick me aboard your ship, and I'll cut down on your grav jump calculation time and fuel usage.
Can I get you anything?
Let me know if you change your mind.
I keep thinking I should run the course someday, but after seeing some of the deaths firsthand.
Hello. I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings? Payloads. I can optimize your ship's carrying capacity and allow you to carry more cargo.
Pardon me.
Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Never heard of it. Never heard of it? I won't even ask how that's possible. You're in for a treat, then. The Red Mile is the settled system's most exciting sporting event. Brave contestants from all corners of the galaxy come here to try their luck in a deadly race to the finish. Those that survive are celebrated as champions. Those that don't are quickly forgotten. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. A rather open-ended question, but I'll do my best. Red Mile was once a notorious haven for the criminal underworld. Thieves, shipjackers, mercenaries, and smugglers would come here to do business, get drunk, and gamble. I cleaned the place up when I took over. I made it, if not quite a family destination, at least a safer one. Red Mile still offers a unique, exciting experience, but our clientele has improved considerably, and we offer a wider range of services. was fortunate to be born into a wealthy family. I used those resources to build an extensive network of contacts across the settled systems. Suffice it to say, I had to call in more than a few favors, but with patience and perseverance, I was able to realize my vision. And now, at last, Red Mile is truly a must-see destination for any who wish to experience it for themselves. Well, it's quite simple, really. Once you register with me, we'll have a little pomp and circumstance before sending you on your way out the big red door. Then it's a race to the buzzer at the other end of the course. You'll deal with obstacles and deadly creatures alike, while people up here place bets on how far you'll get. Make it back alive, and you'll stand to win riches and the admiration of your fans. I'm sure you can figure out what happens if you fail. You're too precious! Yes, of course they bet on our runners' lives. We're outside of the colonies and Freestars for a reason. Betting is a huge part of the Red Mile's appeal. How better to make the most exciting sport in the universe more exciting? Repeat runners draw bigger bets. You should ask Donovan how much bets on him were worth before he was forced to retire. Just a little introduction we do to get the fans all worked up. The Red Mile is a spectator sport, after all. Most people don't complete the course, so this is a way to give those unfortunate souls a proper send-off while they can still appreciate it. Of course. And if you're thinking of running, just let me know. I'll be glad to sign you up. Because I see the potential for Red Mile to become one of the most unique and popular travel destinations in the settled systems. Because I want to leave a legacy and be remembered for creating something as unique as it is lucrative. Or perhaps it's because, like so many runners who come here to test themselves, I really should challenge. I suppose there's no single reason. Let's just say that I feel it's my calling. Ah, a fresh runner! We love rookies around here. No one ever knows how they're going to do out there, so it makes for interesting wagers. But the Red Mile is not for the weak and faint of heart. Do you fully understand that by participating in a run, there is risk to life and limb? Does it look like we have an infirmary here? No, my dear. You are on your own if you are unlucky enough to survive with injuries. In that case, I hope you brought a friend with you to take you to the nearest Reliant facility. Or you can try to convince Lon to put you back together. But he's a much better mechanic than he is a doctor. Good. And are you able to confirm that you are of sound mind, not under the influence of any substances, and not under any form of coercion? Need to? No. But it helps me sleep better at night, knowing I'm not sending unwitting participants to their death. We get drunkards, and Aurora fiends thinking they're invincible all the time. It almost never ends well for them. And you'd be surprised how often someone is forced to run in order to pay off a debt or some other ill-begotten arrangement. Very well, then. Step aside and we'll announce your run. After the introduction, you'll want to head down the elevator. Then, you're on your own. Use whatever tools necessary to survive. Run to the beacon and activate it. Then make it back here for your prize. For what it's worth, I hope you succeed.
What the hell are you looking at? You trying to piss me off?
Rick? Hello? Excuse me.
announcement. We have a courageous new runner seeking fame and fortune in the Red Mile. Do you think this new challenger has what it takes? Choose your wager wisely. Now, who's excited to see how the rookie contender will fare in today's Red Mile Challenge? Open the door and wish him luck, because he's going to need it!
I can't wait for the next run. It's gonna be one to remember.
This place used to be a real dive, but things are looking up.
Please, enjoy your time.
to do. Well, this should be fun.
I can't believe Donovan Reese is actually here in this bar. That guy is a legend.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
I keep thinking I should run the course someday.
Word to the wise, security here is run by mercs. They don't play by the same rules.
You want to get their attention and earn their respect. A show of strength is required. My. You did not disappoint us in your first run. Your performance down there was most impressive. I do hope you'll consider competing with us again. A successful win demands my appreciation. Please, take your reward. You've certainly earned it. Thinking of having another go at the Red Mile. Do enjoy your stay.
Yes.
I don't make chit-chat with patrons.
We're gonna need to negotiate.
Don't exist before the Rangers will help you if you get
And I'll give you a little hint about what that means. It means a lot more money for us.
I already pay you more than a fair wage, Stalker. And I pay on time. Every time. In fact, I pay top dollar to ensure that you and your crew are better off than most of the other mercenaries in Ecliptic. But if you're not satisfied with your compensation, I'm sure I can find other members of your outfit eager to take your place.
Maybe. Or maybe I could call them up myself and see how they'd feel about taking over Red Mile and relieving you of the burdens of management. I'm sure we could find ways to bolster the profits here.
Oh, you're welcome to try. But I have friends in high places. You wouldn't want me to have to call in a favor, would you?
See, I think you're all talk, May. One of these days, I might just call your bluff. Mess around and find out.
Whether you're here to gamble, participate, or just call on me if you need anything further.
Stay in line, and we won't. All right. Now get out of my face.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived.
Hey, how's it going?
It's very quiet out in space. You would think there would be trumpets wherever you go. I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things. Ancient things. Do you think people are starting to notice?
What's with the hell? Do you need something? Damn, that's one hell of a joke. You have me in stitches over here. I might need some help if this goes on much longer. I think my work here is done. Time to get the hell out of this system. Later.
People say I need more hobbies. Writing about you, thinking about you, talking about you. That's 3 right there. Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things. Ancient things. Do you think people are starting to notice?
I love putting Crimson Fleet dogs down. Most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you, total class act. Any way we can repay you? Of course. Can't stay here gabbing all day. Fly safe. You take care.
We took down their shields! This is so much fun!
Transferring credits now. Can't stay here gabbing all day. Fly safe. Is it weird that I still get nervous around you? I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things. Ancient things. Do you think people are starting to notice? Are you prepared to face judgment? able to see yourself whenever you want. I bet your whole house is full of mirrors.
You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded, or we will be forced to open fire. Good. We're all done here. Carry on.
Hostility will not be tolerated.
I have a lot of my crew over here that want to send a heartfelt thanks. Any way we can repay you? Transferring parts now. We gotta resume our patrol. Stay safe.
I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things, ancient things. Do you think people are starting to notice? What's next on the agenda? Saving the world? Saving the galaxy? Saving...
Acknowledge. All in a day's work for UC SysDef. I'm not sure if we would have made it out of there without your help. Any way we can repay you? Transferring parts now. You take care out there.
I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things. Ancient things. People starting to notice.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
I'm doing an oral history of Constellation's most decorated...
Hello, Captain.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile. You're... human. No, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't expect to find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just stay out of trouble. We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
So, here we are. Let's talk.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died. passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them. We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet. When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony, to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem, but again, here we are now. Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you. No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. Until next time.
I know Captain Brackenridge has essentially given you free rein to wander the ship, but security will still be watching you closely. I hope you understand, given we have so little experience with people from the outside. It pays to take security seriously, something I understand much better now than in my youth.
I know I'm getting up there in years, but I don't think I'll ever tire of flying. Hey! So it is true. An actual stranger aboard our ship? Wow. We don't get any. We never expected to meet anyone else traveling the stars. But if you're here, that must mean there are others. Kind of incredible that we never bumped into anyone. Either we took a strange route, or the vastness of space just makes chance encounters unlikely. Maybe some combination of the two. Either way, I'm so relieved to find out that we're not alone out here. Oh, geez. Sorry, of course you don't know my name. We never met. I'm Yue. Wow, I never thought this would happen. Sure. Well, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. Oh, I'm the navigation officer, though I switch between nav and piloting. I'll be honest, the ship pretty much flies itself. Its destination hasn't changed since it launched, and we're here now, so I'm not sure what's next. See, the nav system's not perfect. We encounter stuff that our forebears didn't originally count on. Astral bodies, space debris, stuff like that. So sometimes I need to take manual control and get out of tricky situations. Then there was the time I used those unaccounted for anomalies to our advantage. Slingshotted us around a few stars that weren't supposed to be there, saved some fuel and knocked a few decades off our journey. Pretty incredible stuff. It's incredible. I'm pretty excited to meet new people and ask them all sorts of questions. I wonder about all we've missed this whole time while humanity has advanced around us. I'll be watching the skies for you.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
Hey!
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Miss Yang said we are experiencing history right now, and that there will be books written about us. I'm gonna be in a book.
I read something interesting.
I bet you've been on lots of cool space adventures.
Yeah? What's that?
Just like in the old movies.
About crops back
My mom and dad were scared when you came onto
my
Earth.
life.
I don't know why.
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about. I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion.
I must have zoned out during those lessons.
Well,
as chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Ew, I hope not.
Let's not think about that anymore right now.
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appeared to be wrong. Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So, about 190 years now. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers. ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure, so ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land, and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know? You know where to find me if you ever want to know more. If you ask around, people will either tell you my job is absolutely critical to the mission, or I just hang out, read, and watch movies. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of chief historian. Generations ago, it used to be lawkeeper of humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty. While I don't think my job is as important as captain, engineering officer, or cultivation manager, it's still vital to our mission. I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own. It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it. Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical. Someone has to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job, or exceptionally good at another, in order to be moved. But that rarely happens. I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children and any adults who are looking to learn about Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings, where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive, so that we never forget where we came from. Thanks for saying so. I hope you'll come back. There's so much to learn.
I'm glad you're not an alien, but that would have been so cool. I wonder how many other planets are out there that we could live on. Julia, I have a question. I bet there's a million. Sure. What is it? If there were animals on Earth, why aren't there any animals?
Oh. Well, there wasn't enough room on board when our ancestors left Earth. We only had room.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Maybe. We don't know yet for sure. But if there are, they probably look a lot different than the
To
others.
think, all this time we thought we were alone.
Cool.
Just stay out of trouble.
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting.
Keeping track of all our supplies is more difficult than you might think. Hi there. Oh!
We have a lot of movies to get through, but maybe during our next group choice time, if you can convince the others.
Nice to meet you. And that's true. As you can imagine, everyone kind of just knows each other around here. Meeting new people isn't really a thing for us.
I'm so excited I get plots. That's what Mr. Abe says sometimes. He's funny.
Yup, he sure is. Anyway, I think you still have some more school work to do.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, though. All our lives, nothing could prepare us for this. We were born into a universe where we legitimately thought we were the only people in existence. Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk. Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies, or, where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out. We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled. Even the food. In a roundabout way, if you know what I mean. It works out for the most part, because it has to. You'll sense a running theme with that around here. See you around.
So much more to learn about now.
Wow. Hi.
Wow. I've heard about you, but here you are. Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
I wonder what else is out there. Hey there.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. Not sure how else to live.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Nabuti, I need to talk.
I am always willing to listen. You know that. What's the matter?
We had another fight. It was over something stupid, same as last time. I just feel like my feelings don't matter.
You've said how that makes you feel?
Yes, just like you told me. I even tried the sandwich approach by starting off with a compliment and ending with something nice, but it keeps happening. We can't talk about it without someone getting defensive.
Well, you can't force someone to change. All you can do is communicate how they make you feel. It is up to them to want to change for you. I know neither of you can leave, but perhaps some distance and time will help, if you can manage it. If not, you may have to call the relationship off. I know that may not be what you wish to hear, but it may be what you need, sadly.
I know. I was hoping you wouldn't say that, but I knew it was coming. I needed to hear it anyway. Thank you.
Your arrival has given me hope. As I always tell my patients, worry not, for tomorrow may bring happy surprises. I'm a doctor and a counselor. I assist my wife Lorelei in performing minor medical duties, but I also practice psychology and help maintain our crew's mental health. I know it must seem strange to you. I am not a captain, nor am I a security guard. But I was brought along for a very specific reason. The captain trusts me to de-escalate situations. Pardon me saying, but we did not know who you were or what your intents were. So, Captain Breckenridge wanted me to come along as a friendly face and keep the conversation amicable. I am glad that you were peaceful, and my role was as limited as it was. Thank you. Life on a colony ship has its ups and downs, as you can probably imagine. I tend to look on the bright side of things, however. To the best of our knowledge, we were on a critical mission, saving the human race from extinction. That notion was always with us, and it instilled a sense of pride and duty. Sure, the living quarters could be considered cramped, and we could go nowhere else. But we also had near-endless time with friends and loved ones. I suppose as I get on in years, I have learned to appreciate that more than anything. It was good talking with you.
Hey there. Wow.
What else is out
I've
there?
heard about you, but oh, here you are.
Wow. Hi.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Oh. Wow. You're new? Weird. Okay. Wasn't expecting this. I guess I should introduce myself? I'm Janet. What's up? You? Oh, well, nice to meet you, I guess. I could take a break to chat if you want. Certainly not what I want to do. I mean, I hate this job, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm the cultivation manager. Fancy words for farmer and fertilizer collector. I didn't have a choice. Most people don't. You get a job, and that's it. Like, I'm great at what I do, but I would enjoy doing literally anything else. Meanwhile, my sister Julia, she gets to hang out with kids all day and watch movies. The kids I couldn't care less about, but she doesn't even care about Earth culture. Ugh! Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know how my parents did it, knowing they would never, ever get to leave until they died. Every day, you see exactly the same things. The same people do the same job. It's all the same. All the time. Seriously, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that we were the generation who knew we'd finally get the hell out of here. Although now that we're here, nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes I wonder if my sister was the lucky one. Ah, so you've met her. No, not Julia. Julia and I were actually triplets with our sister Jen, but the ship ran out of one of her medications and she didn't make it. Sucks, but it is what it is. We only have so many supplies, we couldn't exactly get anything new along the way. Anyway, it happened a long time ago. I don't really feel that she's lucky. I'm just frustrated. See you, I guess.
If you ever need a friendly ear to listen and not judge, you know where to find me.
I wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little community.
They must still farm, right?
Oh, hi! Hello! You're the alien, person that came from out there, in space, that we weren't expecting at all. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Can we start this over?
I'd rather not.
I'm fine. I will be. It's just my nerves acting up. This has just gotten everyone so stressed, and since I'm here to help people deal with problems like that, it piles on me. Abe, I'm scared. Abe, what if we can't get down to the surface? Abe, what are we gonna do? And so on and so forth. I've never had to deal with so much anxiety before, and I'm a pretty anxious guy to begin with. Just ask my husband. Yeah, calming down. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. I'm Abe Levitz. Abe Levitz. I'm the cabin manager here, so if there's anything you need during your stay, I'm happy to accommodate. Please do, even if you just want to schmooze. People didn't know what to think. Here we are, minding our own business out in deep space, all alone. Then we hear some sort of garbled transmissions on the radio, real screechy, real inhuman sounding stuff. Then you show up? People had all sorts of fakakta theories. Aliens, time travelers, you name it. We watch a lot of old movies, so... Anyway, it spooked the bejesus out of us, because we were expecting to find nobody. Ah, glad you asked! I coordinate cabin maintenance, plan activities, even help settle domestic disputes. It's a demanding job, but in short, I'm here to keep people happy. I try to keep both the kids and adults entertained. Scavenger hunts, sing-alongs, fun little art projects, you name it. We also have regular media nights where a historian, Julia Yang, screens old movies, plays music, and exposes us to other Earth media. Me? Hey, well, there's not much to say. I take care of people here. I live with my husband, Daisuke, no kids. We passed on having a surrogate so others could have larger families. Instead, I get to spend time with everyone and their families here. They call me their bubby because I'm like the grandmother they never had. I may have had something to do with that nickname. Oh? Oh, you must mean the Yiddish. It's an old family tradition. The Levitts have been trying to keep it alive for hundreds of years now. See, we didn't think the language would survive if we didn't, so we charged ourselves with preserving it. It's a point of pride for our family, and something I'd like to pass on to others so they don't forget. Like my great-great-great-great-grandmother's latke recipe. Till next time, I guess.
There's so much more to learn about now. These are exciting times.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships. We got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
And to think, all this time we thought we were alone. Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Hey.
Wow. Hi.
Hi.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
That's me. What can I do for you?
Any idea how much
It's tricky. We've got top people working on it as we speak. I know you're anxious. We all are. Believe me.
Perhaps I can soon retire. That's something people used to do, I hear. Wait, how is it I don't know you? I know everyone on this ship. Oh my. Yes, of course. Sorry, I was with a difficult patient when the announcement came through. But now I remember. They sent my husband, Mabuti, to greet you. It's quite fortunate that you arrived when you did, for Mabuti's sake. Hopefully you can help resolve our current predicament. There isn't. At least not in the medical sense. Since he was one of the eldest on board, he was ready to volunteer for termination. Thankfully, since you've arrived, that no longer seems necessary. It means that he was going to volunteer his own life for the sake of the others on this ship, due to limited spaces and supplies. Like the others, his life would then be honored with special distinction and recorded for history. Rarely we had to make difficult choices when no one would volunteer. But Mabuti, he's too generous to let that happen. I know you think it's not quite right, but thank you for understanding. With luck, it won't come to it, I hope. Let's see what we're dealing with. It may be minor, but I'll still treat it with the same care I do any problem. Nothing to worry about. I think a little antiseptic and some stitches will do. All right, there you go. You're looking better already. Yes, but please, be mindful. I don't have many extra supplies. Nothing. Not in the medical sense. As one of the eldest on board, it means that you, like the others, rarely we have... I certainly hope so, too. It shouldn't. We try our best to avoid that through careful family planning. Rarely we run into situations where things do not go according to plan. And then we must adjust and make difficult decisions concerning our community and resources. We never do anything without careful consideration. But at the end of the day, we need to do what is best for the ship, so as not to put everyone in jeopardy. Indeed. There aren't many doctors on board. In addition to regular checkups, I perform surgeries, obstetrics, and other medical procedures. I also help train the next generation of doctors. After all, someone must. It's demanding work.
Stay safe.
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
I don't know.
And to
but he
think,
deserves whatever
all
he
this
gets.
time,
Do you
we
know
thought
how
we
many
were
times
alone.
he saved the lives of everyone on board this ship? Always grow extra, just last year.
Hey, boss.
I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things. Ancient things. Do you think people are starting to celestial. It must feel good for you to see your family. Like touching down on a cloud. Your landing skills never cease to impress.
What's going on?
No major incidents in a while. Let's hope it stays that way.
Paradiso Security's only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Tsukiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? See you around. Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso Group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems. Honestly, it's not as exciting as you might think most of the time. More often than not, we're just handling drunk and disorderly conduct. Heck, even pirates leave us alone for the most part. I think it's because some of them actually vacation here. As long as they're not bothering anyone, we've been told not to worry about them. Something I can help you with? Ah, it has a name. Good. Then you're already familiar with the situation, I take it. Do you know what they want? Interesting. We obviously have no records of a colony ship claiming this planet. Whatever the case, you'll need to speak with Oliver Campbell, a CEO for the Paradiso Group. He's in charge of bringing all formal decisions before the board and helping to make calls on them. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Can't wait for my shift to be over, so I can relax like a guest.
I'm just glad I don't work on the load.
Hey, hope you're enjoying yourself.
Can I tell you something? I wasn't always this perfect. Enhance can help you too. Why, hello, darling. Welcome to Enhance Paradiso. You too can use our services to help you feel as good about your appearance as I do mine. We can make you thinner, larger, change your hair, your face, or even your sex. Anything you want. Or perhaps I can interest you in the Paradiso Getaway Bundle promotion. This is a one-time offer for new Paradiso customers. Once you decline, it's gone. We simply book 2 sessions for you for a greatly reduced price. Why, you might ask? Many Paradiso guests come to get away from their normal lives, and often they like to believe what happens here stays here. So, they will change their appearance not only when they get here to engage in some fun, but also when they leave to go back to their normal lives. Oh no, I know that some other enhanced hosts might do that as a way to upsell our services, but not me. No. Here I only want you to be comfortable with who you are. You should not feel pressured by anyone else to look one way or another. Being happy with your body comes from pleasing yourself, not by pleasing others. Wonderful. You won't regret it. I'll keep track of your 2 enhanced sessions in our system. We can get to work on you whenever you're ready. Oh, you're too pure for this world. Yes, especially when on vacation. Oh, don't look so surprised, darling. Have you ever seen someone come back from a break looking more refreshed and vibrant than ever? It's not uncommon for people to get little touch-ups while away. Better that than risk the embarrassment of bumping into friends at their local enhance. That's very kind of you to say. I have put many credits into my appearance, and I am proud of how I look. There is no shame in paying to look good. I regularly use enhanced services. A little tweak here or there every so often keeps things interesting. And the fact that it is hard to notice proves the quality of our work. Thank you for stopping by.
Everything here is a little more expensive than what I expected. Guess that's how they get you.
What a nice day, huh?
Hi, welcome to Chunks. What can I get for you today? Hello. Welcome to Chunks. If this is your first time dining with us at this location, you'll find our cuisine and service is a step above what you're used to. Please, don't hesitate to ask if there's anything I can do to make your Chunks experience as enjoyable as possible. Yeah, I know. It seems ridiculous, especially since most of the food is the same old Chunks as anywhere else. But people here really seem to like it. Honestly, what else do you want me to say? This is my employer and they treat me well enough. So please, enjoy some gourmet Chunks. I used to work at a Chunks in Neon before my transfer was approved, and while I much prefer working here, I can say that it's not a lot different. It looks a lot nicer, the food is supposedly higher quality, and we treat the customers with greater care, but that's really about it. It was a pleasure serving you.
Enjoy your stay, knowing you're in our capable
Another lost belonging notification in the system. When am I going to find the time? Oh dear, a guest! Dreadfully sorry you had to hear my complaint. How unprofessional of me. Hello, welcome to Paradiso. Dirk Huddleston at your service. Do you need assistance checking in for your reservation? Oh, no, nonsense. Just a small scheduling issue. Some of our guests have misplaced their belongings, and I am responsible for finding and returning said belongings. Just one of the many services we are happy to provide here at Paradiso. Nothing to worry you about. May I continue to check you in? You're not? Perhaps you'd allow me to persuade you to reconsider? We have the finest amenities within or outside of the settled systems. If you do change your mind, or if you need anything at all, I am here to help. Parima 2 is owned independently by the Paradiso Group. We exist outside of the United Colonies and Freestar Collective, yet entertain visitors from both. The Paradiso Group is run by several board members, many of whom take residence within the resort itself. They established the resort as a getaway for all on the most beautiful planet in the universe, and I can tell you that there were substantial monetary investments to make sure of that. For one, our hotel rooms are quite luxurious. The executive suite is especially posh, but perpetually booked. However, I must say, even the economy rooms are exceedingly pleasant. You'll find our beach relaxing, and we have several top-notch shops and dining experiences. I particularly enjoy a spot of afternoon tea from Tranquility. Of course, we also have the galaxy's only gourmet chunks. And if you're feeling adventurous, I believe the Enhance is still running a very popular Paradiso Getaway Special. Broad question, but I'll try my best. Paradiso is the premier resort destination in the known universe. This planet is as perfect as one could possibly imagine. That is, assuming pristine beaches, constant beautiful sunny weather, and fabulous resort accommodations are to your liking. Oh no, you're on vacation. I wouldn't dream of asking a guest, or a non-guest as the case may be, to find other guests' lost belongings. But if you want to take a look at the list in the system and you happen to find anything while you're out and about, I suppose it would help me out. Please, don't feel obligated, however. One of our deluxe suites just opened up. I'd be happy to accommodate you. How long would you like to book with us for? Indeed. Thank you for staying with us.
Come here for a little R&R, huh? Me too. I wish I had booked a stay for longer.
If only I could figure out the secret to that new drink. I might need to enlist outside help. Hey, sorry. Didn't mean to be rude and ignore you when you came in. I'm just trying to figure out the solution to a problem I'm having. What can I do for you? Not bad. Well, it'd be a little better if that Tranquility weren't within spitting distance. I'm not saying anyone should spit on Tranquility, by the way. Just maybe don't buy their tea. Drink coffee instead. Yeah? Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you know this, but most coffee is synthetically created. Ours is 100% organic, made from coffee beans rescued from Earth hundreds of years ago, and cultivated by Café Luxe authorized growers. Trust me, you can really taste the difference between our real coffee and the other, stuff. Matter of fact, I am. We keep losing business to Tranquility. It seems like they're always trying new things, new recipes. And well, we just have the same old coffee here. I have an idea, but I don't know if I have the skills to pull it off. I need help from someone who's good at getting others to do what they want. Or good at, stealing. What I'm proposing may not be entirely legal. And even if I could succeed, I fear the risk is too great for me. No, I mean, yes, I do. What I mean is that's not the problem. It's not about brewing better coffee. We already have the best, most authentic coffee on the market. It's about finding new flavors. I think Tranquility has it right in that regard. I want to find out more about what they're planning next, but I barely know where to begin. A tea sommelier from Tranquility Corporate is on vacation here. I overheard them talking to Polly about some new tea product they're working on. If you could convince them, or otherwise get the recipe before it goes to market, I'm sure it will help me succeed. Maybe I can even move up the corporate ladder. All I know is that the sommelier has the recipe on a slate. Do whatever you want with that information. I just need that recipe. If they won't tell you the recipe, do whatever you can. Well, except for using violence. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Just let me know as soon as you can. Don't want this opportunity to get away from me.
Oh, this is even better than in the brochure!
Hello, anything I can get for you? Actually, yeah. I'm still hoping you can help me get that recipe from the Tranquility executive somehow. Can you do it? I hope so. This could be the big break I'm looking for.
If I could just stay here forever, I would.
Hello! Welcome to Tranquility. If you fancy a cuppa, we have some new and classic blends that are sure to satisfy even the most discerning tea aficionado, whether you want to relax at the end of the day or energize yourself while watching the latest Red Mile feed. You know, I thought you looked familiar. I think I've seen you in the feed before. I can't believe I'm talking to another runner. I'm a big fan of the Red Mile. You know Donovan Reese? He once came and ordered tea at our little shop. I think I died a little when he kissed my hand. If you ever run into him, tell him I still remember. Aye, that's the spirit. It's not like you'll find a better drink over at Cafe Lux, am I right? So, what can I get for you today? Well, if you want something strong, we have Earl Grey, breakfast or classic black tea. If you want something relaxing, we have chamomile or easy sleep. But if you want something more exotic to tickle your fancy, might I suggest lotus or sunray? Oh wow, I thought that was you. That last run was incredible. You know, you're generating a lot of buzz. There's a lot of talk that you're the next Donovan Reese. I wish you continued success. Come back anytime for a wee cup of tea.
No one's going to care if I call out sick from work for another week, right?
Can't wait to get out of here for the day. Welcome to Paradiso Gift Shop and Convenience. Feel free to look around, but don't break anything or you've got to buy it. And before you ask, there aren't any discounts, so don't even try to haggle with me. Why would I? I have to sell overpriced crap to rude, obnoxious tourists all day. My uncle works for the Paradiso board. When he said he could get me a job here, I expected an executive-level job, not this. But it's not all bad. I don't have to worry about getting fired, and I live in Paradiso for free. Now, can I get you something, or are you going to keep asking questions about my life? No. Ugh. You people always think that just because we're some French planet and not part of the free stars or whatever, that we're happy to haggle for everything. I wouldn't even care, honestly. But they take it out of my pay if any money's missing, so no discount. No. Ugh. You people always think that just... Yes, that's what I'm here for. Okay. Thanks for shopping. Holler at me. Ugh. Have fun out there.
I hope your stay here is going well.
There are so many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but...
I don't think any place could be more perfect. This is probably the best vacation I've ever taken.
Why
It's
did I
lovely
think
here.
I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone? Get it?
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Please, let the concierge know if you need anything.
I'm not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place, so I had to see for myself.
Hope you're staying safe out there. You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
This is probably the best vacation I've ever taken.
Not to be a downer, but this place is almost too perfect.
There are so many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but I'm just having a good time relaxing.
I was worried about my beach body until I spoke with that lady at Enhance.
I guess I have to admit, this resort isn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
If I could just stay here forever, I would.
Salut, bonjour, good day. Welcome to Chez Simon. I am Simon, and this is my rooftop bar and lounge. Might I interest you in some refreshing spirits? Perhaps something special to enhance your stay with us, huh? They can sometimes get pretty out of control, but security does a good job making sure they don't get to the point where someone gets hurt. We've had to do away with the foam parties, for instance. Soapy surfaces and a 100-meter drop are not a good combination. Before you worry, we never had a fatality because of it, just a few close calls. Plenty, but I consider myself a professional. It wouldn't be kind to spread gossip about my co-workers at this resort. However, I don't consider the Paradiso Group board members co-workers, so they're fair game. I have heard from multiple celebrity visitors that our CEO, Oliver Campbell, isn't as domineering and virile as he lets on. At least not behind closed doors, if you catch my drift. Word is, he likes to be told what to do, and his performance evaluations are often subpar. Normally, I wouldn't spread such rumors, but that guy is rotten and thinks way too highly of himself. Yes and no. It's my name on the sign, and I generally get to run it the way I want and take in a significant chunk of the profits, but technically, the Paradiso Group does own it. I even had to sign over my name to get it up on the sign, part of my contract with them. But I tend to look at it as job security. What, are they going to find another world-class bartender named Simon to replace me? I think not.
I wish I had booked a stay for longer.
Not to be a downer, but this place is almost too perfect. I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. Get it?
Everything here is a little more expensive than I expected. Guess that's how they get you.
I'm here to satisfy your
This
needs.
resort isn't as
I hope your
bad as
stay
I
is a
thought it'd
pleasant
be.
one.
Every day's nice around here. But I think you caught us at one of the nicest.
Oh, this is even better than in the brochure.
Ah! I shouldn't be telling you this, but don't owe me a 6 property packages. Don't. It's lovely here.
We try to stay out of the guests. Your safety is our #1 priority.
It's my pleasure to make sure our guests are happy.
Between you and me, I'm kinda glad most of the execs never show up to work. Let me know if I'm able to help with anything.
We've got...
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? I'm afraid so, yes. Sorry, but that's just how it is with the board. They're generally very busy, so any outside parties need to book appointments in advance. Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? I can't speak for anyone else, but I've got a pretty high-pressure job working as the executive assistant to the Paradiso board. You can imagine, dealing with a team of execs, trying to manage all of their schedules and their other whims. But it pays well, and they give me a nice executive suite at the hotel to live in, so it's not all bad. Free access to all the resort's amenities after work helps too. What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say. Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.